I'm here in Franklin Auditorium on the campus of Heritage Christian University. We've just completed the Ministry to Youth Conference known as M2Y. It has been 10 years since the conference started. This was the 9th annual conference. They missed 1 year because of COVID. And what we're doing in this episode is we're focusing on those who work in youth and family ministry. What I did is I caught some of the participants at this year's M2Y conference, and I asked them to share why they love working with young people and a tip for those who work with young people. So I hope and pray that you'll find what they share encouraging in your work for the Lord. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Ministry Matters That Matter.
I'm Ben Hayes. I work with Highland Park Church of Christ in Muscle Shoals. I also work at Marshall Bible School with the elementary school kids. And I love working with youth because they are just fun to be around. They encourage you as much as you encourage them. They are always so passionate about everything. And maybe one tip would just be to get on their level, to spend a little bit of time with them, to listen to them. And if you listen to them, it makes a big difference in the way that they see you as well. So spend time with them.
My name is Matthew Marion. I work at the Castle Rock Church of Christ. I've been there now for 15 years. And I love having the opportunity to torment young people. Dr. Brothers says, do I love working with them? And I think it's a very codependent relationship. I try to strengthen them so they can become stronger human beings.
Any tips you have for those who work with young people?
If you're having discipline problems, punish all of them, and that will solve your problem.
Thank you, Mr. Tennis Coach, for your tennis coach mentality.
Hey, I'm Aaron Dotson. I work with the Martin Congregation in Martin, Tennessee. Worked with young people for a lot of years and have loved that. I love their hearts. I love that they want to know more and want to grow and learn about Christ, about God, and about what He wants for their lives. A tip for working with young people is just to love them. And if you live the life you're supposed to live and you have relationships with them, they're gonna pick up on that as you model that, and they're gonna do the same thing. So just live and care for them.
Hey, I'm Carol Starin, and I am the Children's Director at West Irisburg Church of Christ. I love children's ministry because I get to watch and be a part of helping them build their faith, and the foundation is so important in those impressionable years, those early years. Also, if I had some advice, it would be that ministry is hard and challenging, but it's been the best rewarding job that I've ever done. But just stay focused and know that this is eternal, that we're making an eternal difference with our kids.
Hi, I'm Patrick Kershaw. I work with the youth at the Killen Church of Christ. I've always enjoyed working with young people of all ages, from the little ones to the older ones, because they always make life exciting. You know, you never know what you're going to get into with them, but you can be sure that if you put commitment into helping them to grow in Christ, that they're going to help you to grow as well, and they're going to make your life special too. One tip I would give you, just as a help along the way, is to always look at the parents of these young people as an ally to you as well. To allow them to help you in the journey for these young people and help them to grow in Christ, and to always be there to support them and let them support you as well.
I'm Paul Wisdom. I'm the youth minister at Lafayette Church of Christ in Lafayette, Tennessee. I love doing youth ministry because I get to work with kids on a daily basis and see them grow in their relationship with God. And if I could give a tip to new youth ministers, it would be to find people that you can lean on that have been in youth ministry for longer than you have, for advice as a mentor, just to help you as you go through ministry yourself.
Hi, I'm Don Moore. I work with Lads to Leaders, and I love working with young people to be able to watch them grow from little to big, and not just physically, but spiritually. And I love being able to equip churches, to equip people, members of the church, youth ministers, and the kids, so that they can realize their full potential in the church as leaders, both in the church and families and communities. If I had just one tip for someone involved with the youth, I'd say build those relationships. Don't silo them. Don't separate them. Integrate them into every generation in your congregation, and you'll be amazed at the fruit that you see from that.
Hey, my name is Michael Deese. I work with the Hartsville Church of Christ in Hartsville, Alabama. And I love working with young people because it's so unexpected. You never have the same day of work ever. It's always something crazy, always something comes up, and it's a lot of fun. And so that's one of my favorite things about working with young people.
Any tips for those who do work with young people?
Yeah, always be ready for the unexpected. You never know what's going to happen, and then be consistent with them. I've got kids of my own, and consistency is key, and making sure to be consistent with your youth group kids as well, as far as anything goes, Bible study, church, youth group activities, whatever.
My name's Nathan Powell. I'm from the McKenzie Church of Christ. I've been doing youth ministry since 2012, and my favorite thing about working with young people is watching them grow as people and as Christians. And one tip I would give you if you're going into youth ministry is keep communication open at all times with your elders and your parents. It'll make life a lot easier.
TJ Hayes. I work with the Atwood congregation. Why I love working with young people, I love to see the transformation that Jesus can have in a life for our youth. The one tip I would give is to build the relationships with the parents. That will go a long way with you on your ministry.
My name is Abel Nicholas. I'm the youth minister for the Amory Church of Christ in Amory, Mississippi. I've been there about going on 6 years now. I love youth ministry because you never have to grow up when you work in youth ministry, and it's not work when you get to do what you love every day. As far as advice for folks that are getting into youth ministry, love people. Love people, and you'll love what you do, and God will bless your efforts.
My name's Cameron Crawford, and I work for the Chapel Hill Church of Christ congregation in White Bluff, Tennessee. I've been working with the youth for 15 years, and I love it because it keeps me young. But being able to see them flourish in Christianity and as well as their normal walks of life is very rewarding. And a tip is just to keep at it. There's going to be times where the road's rough, but the road is always worth it.
My name is CJ Grimes. I work with the Mount Comfort Church of Christ in Fayetteville, Arkansas. I love working with youth because of their transition period between adulthood and childhood, and they're trying to discover their own faith, and I want to help them with that. And so I find great joy in helping them. Number one tip I would have is keeping your priorities straight. Making sure you're taking care of your relationship with God first and ministering to your family first, and then that's where your ministry comes in after those things.
I'm Kevin Pack from Chapel Hill Church of Christ, White Bluff, Tennessee. I'm not directly a youth minister, but I do work with the youth, and I love being involved with the youth. They are crucial and important to the Lord's kingdom, and I feel like as long as they are strong in the faith and you are committed to helping them with their needs and learning the road to salvation, you're doing God's work. And I love it. My wife loves it, and M2Y is a very crucial. My year revolves around this 4 days. There's nothing that's going to pull me away from this weekend.
Hey, my name is Matthew Hawkins, and I work at the Kingdom Church of Christ. I love working with the youth because I've always been around it, and I grew up in the church with it, and I always had strong leaders that always led us, and it just showed that kids truly do need it. And just me working with them and working in football coaching kids, it shows that a lot of them do need good role models and need somebody in their life to really show them who God is and who Jesus is and who they should be. And a tip for other people is, even if your numbers are down and even if people aren't showing up, just stick with it. It'll get better. Keep encouraging the kids because they're the most important part of it.
Hi, my name is Ron Marie. I'm a student here at Heritage. This weekend I attended a youth conference to try and better my skills at working with the youth in our church. I figured I would step up and step into that role because it's needed to teach our youth and our young kids. They are the future, not only of our world, but also in the church. One of the most practical piece of advice that I received is be practical with your kids. Be open, be real, and just show them how they can apply the word to their lives.
Where's your congregation at?
I'm currently at Petersville Church of Christ, just over in Cloverdale, not too far from here.
And your home congregation, will you be putting this into practice?
Home congregation, Belleville Church of Christ, just outside of Cape Town in South Africa.
Hi, my name is Nick Coy. I'm from South Mississippi, a little town called Wiggins, Mississippi. I'm a current senior at Freed-Hardeman University. I'm working in youth ministry at the Crosswinds Church of Christ in Humboldt, Tennessee. And the reason that I want to work with young people is because I didn't have anybody to work with me. I missed out on a lot of great opportunities because there weren't older Christians to mentor me and be there to help guide me and show me helpful things in my Christian walk. And so that's why I want to work with young people. I want to be able to be that for somebody. And then the next question that Dr. Brothers asked me was, what's the best piece of advice that an older Christian has given me when it comes towards youth ministry? And that comes from Jerry Elder, great man. A lot of people know him. He told me this weekend that respect takes time and I have to be patient. And that's the best thing anyone has told me, because as a young man working with youth, sometimes they don't always understand that they need to respect me. And so being patient with them and giving them respect, they will give it back. And that's been really helpful and encouraging.
In this episode, I just want to give a shout out to all of those who invest in young people and their families, who are on the front line, standing in the gap, helping young people and their families to know Jesus Christ and to be transformed into His image. I want to encourage you to stay the course, be strong. The culture is trying to take our young people. Satan is trying to take our young people, and Jesus needs us to fight for them. Thank you for fighting the good fight. Thank you also for joining me for another episode of Ministry Matters That Do Matter.